This conference will now be recorded.
So in today's session, we'll discuss about the directives. Previously we have discussed about what are all the directives and like what are all the different kinds of directives. So we have discussed about predefined directives. In this class, I'll show you like how to create the custom directive and how to change the styles of the HTML elements, or like the, for example, I just want to change this style of this table by using the custom directive. So we will see that like how to create the custom directive and how to apply styles to this table. So first of all, why do you need the directives? Guess anyone?
To manipulate the DOM.
Yes, exactly.
So,
So if you want to manipulate the DOM, so we are going to use the directives. What DOM is nothing but a document object model. So where we'll be able to access the all the HTML content, or like we can call it as a template content. So based on the conditions, if you want to add some CSS classes, or if you want to remove it, or if you want to hide some content, so we'll be using the directives. So now first I'll show you like how to create the directive. So already my application is running, and we can see this in the browser like localhost 4200. Now what I'll do was I'll take one more command line. So now the first step was like, now I want to create the directive. So I want to create the custom directive. So the syntax will be ng generate a directive and the directive name basically. So here previously like we have created the component by using like ng a g for generate and c for component, and we have given the component name. So here like I'm going to create the directive called for example product highlight. I just want to highlight some CSS colors or something. I just want to change the styles. So that's why I have taken its name as a product highlight. You can take anything. Like for example, I'll take it as a product. So this is the syntax: ng generate direct. These defines here as a directive, and the directive name as a product. So once if I enter now, so it will create the direct custom directive. So after creating that, like I'll explain what are all the files we have. So once if we create, so we have the one spec.ts file and one ts file here. So this spec.ts file is for unit test cases, and the directives, no, like in this directive.ts, we are going to write the logic. So after that, here we can see like these two files are created, and next one, this app, src app.model.ts, it's got updated because once if you create the directive, no, so we should update the app.model.ts also. So while creating itself, it's got updated. Now I'll show you. I'll go to the app.model.ts. Now we can see here like so we have created the product directive, right? So once if you create the any directive, automatically like it will be added to the declarations array. So in the, or like what are all we can add in the declarations array means like the our components, directives and pipes, like what are the components, pipes, directives we are going to create, right? We'll be adding all those things in the declarations array in the app.model.ts. Now we have created the on directive. Now I'll go to this file, like I'll move to this file. So which is in product.directive.ts, right? So we can see the file here. So this is the basic directive TypeScript class looks like. So for the component, we'll be using the component decorator, right? So like in the Angular, if you want to create the custom directive, so we'll be using the directive decorator. So this decorator, this decorator will helps us to make this TypeScript class as a on directive. So here we have imported like import directive from the Angular core. So this is useful to make this TypeScript class as acts as a Angular custom directive. So that's why like we are using at the directive decorator. So inside the decorator, we need one selector, because like I'm going to use this particular selector in the further like HTML element. So we are going to change the style, or like we are going to change its content based on the custom directive name. So for that, like we need to have the one selector, and selector name was like the app product. Now my requirement was like we have this one, right? We have this text, right? Like this is the parent component, employee component. Now I want to change its color. Like I want to change its color, the color or like a background color by using the custom directive. So now, if I want to access the, I mean, for example, let me take this as a, this is the custom, right? I mean, this is the directive name, right? So app product. Now I'll go to the employee dot component.html file. So this is the text. I mean, now I want to use this directive for this particular element as a attribute. So now I'll give here like for the paragraph. So I'll give it's a, I mean, directive name as a app product. So once if I apply custom directive to this one, now automatically I should be able to change this particular color. So now we'll see the output. Now like we don't have any difference in the output, because like we have not written any logic. I mean, we have not written any logic to change the its color. Now we'll write the logic. So now if I want to access that paragraph element, no, so we need to have like we need to import like few other things like I mean the one is the like element ref. So we should use this element ref. Sir, what is meant by element ref is nothing but so if you want to access the DOM element, I mean if you want to access the actual DOM, like for example here we'll be taking this as a one paragraph element, right? So this paragraph element will be loaded in the DOM as a object model, right? So if I want to access this particular paragraph element, so I should import this element ref. Now after importing it, like I'll be injecting in the constructor, like I'll take it as a private element ref colon. So we can consider this as a one class. So I am just importing it, and I am injecting in the constructor. Well, why I am injecting in the constructor means like I want to access the DOM, like I want to access the paragraph element here. So by with the help of the element reference, I can able to access that. That's why like I have taken as a private element ref, and I mean I have assigned this class name to this element ref. Now what I'll do is I'll take, now I want to add the color, right? I'll take like this this dot element ref dot native element dot style dot color equals to red. Guys, here I told you, right? Here this element ref, this dot element ref dot native element. So here, I mean, what exactly is the native element means like if you want to access that paragraph element, so this is this one class, like it is having the native element as a property. So this native element it helps us to access that paragraph element. So inside the paragraph, so we'll be accessing that paragraph object. So for that, like I am going to add one style. So like we just want to change its color, right? So I have taken, because for this style, like I have taken as a style dot color, like I just want to change its color to red. So that's why like we have taken this syntax. I guess like for the initial time, like I mean it looks like I mean little bit confusing. So once if you start practicing, no, like it will be very easy only. So now we'll save this, and we'll see the output. Now we can see like this is, I mean this particular paragraph got changed to the red color. So once, so I mean I'll create one custom directive. For example, I want to apply this in the multiple places. So in those scenarios, like we are going to create the custom directive. So inside the custom directive, like we'll be writing the logic, like I mean, what kind of styles I want to add, like what kind of styles I want to remove. So I'll be writing those all those things in the custom directive, and I'm going to use in the multiple places. Now, for example, I have I mean, I'm using in the employee.component.html, right? Now I want to use the same this custom directive name in app.component.html also. For example, I'll take one more div. Welcome to HYD. So I want to apply that product name here. Now we can see like I mean its color got changed. So for example, now what I'll do was like I mean I just want to use the I mean other one, like instead of color, like I just want to add the background color. So I'll give here as a like style that color red, right? I'll make it as a background color. Now we can see like I mean these two, I mean here like we don't have any kind of margin or padding, right? That's why like it has taken for both the elements, like the background color was changed. So this is the basic, guys, like this is the I mean basic requirement where like we have created one custom directive, and we are applying the styles to it. Now next, my now like in the real time scenario, for example, I want to apply the a class to this entire table, guys. I want to add one class. Now here I'm just taking one property. I'm just taking the one property, but like I want to add the one CSS class, like which is having the multiple properties, like style, background color, I mean font size, font family, all those things. So I want to apply those kind of things. Guys, this is clear, right? It is very easy. I mean, I'll repeat the steps once again what we have done. So now I want to create the one custom directive. For that, what I did was, so I have I used the command called like ng generate and d for directive, and the directive name I have given as a product. So once if I enter this command now, so we can see like these two files got created, and app.module.ts was updated, because like once we create the directive, we should add the directive to the declarations array. So after creating it, so now we got the directives.component.ts file, sorry, product.directive.ts file. So here, if you want to make this I mean TypeScript class as a directive, so we are going to use the directive decorator. So this directive has a selector called app product. So we are going to use this I mean directive name in the multiple places. Now we have used in the paragraph element, right? So if you want to use it in the multiple places, like we should have one name. That's why we have given as a selector. Now I want to apply the color. I want to add some styles. So for that reason, like I have taken the element ref. So here element ref mainly useful to access the actual DOM. So inside the DOM, like we have the paragraph elements, right? To access those things, so we should be using the native element, like this dot element ref dot native element. So it will gets the exact like whatever the element like we are going to apply this I mean custom directive. So if it is a paragraph element, means like we'll get the paragraph element. So for that paragraph element, I just want to add the style. I just want to add the style to it. So that's why I have taken as a style dot, I mean for the styling, like I want to add the background color. So if you want a background color, so I have given as a background color property equals to its value as a red. So now we can see I mean the custom directive values are like applied to this both paragraph and this I mean h1 element also. Now my next requirement was like I want to add this I mean I want to add the styles to this entire table by using the class, I mean not with the only single property, like a single property called like color or a background color. Now I'll show you like how to add the I mean custom classes to this entire table. Guys, any doubts until here?
Sir, I have one doubt, sir. Like,
Yeah,
hello,
yeah.
sir. Like, why are we using these custom directives? We can easily apply that particular colors directly to the DOM. Like, we can take one global class and where we can reuse anywhere every component, right? What is the use of these custom directives?
So custom directives, I mean, this is the basic thing. But like, I mean, when it goes to the real time, no, for example, I have the, I mean, list of employees data where I need to highlight this particular, I mean, I just want to highlight this entire column or like, I mean, entire row. So we'll be having the multiple scenarios. In those scenarios, like, it is very, I mean, if you define in the global style.css, no, there might be chances of I mean conflicting, like so for example, I have 10 tables in my application. I want to apply it to the only like a few tables, I mean not all the tables. So in those scenarios, like I mean, global. If you define all the styles in the global means, like it won't works. And and one more advantage with the custom directives was like we are not going to use it for only this kind of styles only. So, for example, if I want to do some form validations also based on some special characters or some input, so we can write that logic in the custom directive. It's not only for the styling only. So I'll explain that, like I mean how, I mean in the real time scenarios, like how we are going to like in the what are all the different scenarios we are going to use this custom directive. Like once if we move to the, I mean forms, no, so we'll be seeing the more examples, Karthik.
Okay, sir. I have one more dot. Like within the constructor, you have mentioned that element dot reference dot background color is equal to red. Like we can put it in. Can we put it in ng on it also?
Yeah, I'll like we'll try. We'll see like what happens. Yeah, it will works.
Okay, sir.
I mean, once if you define this injecting, no, so we can use anywhere in I mean inside this particular class.
Okay,
So
sir.
now, yeah, now my next requirement was like, I mean, I just want to make this table as, I mean, I just want to make this table, I mean, table, it should be having some background color, and I mean, this text color should be different. Like I just want to add one class. Now, like, I'll show you like how to add it. So this dot element ref dot native element until here, like it will be the same. So we are going to use this particular like this custom directive in the different elements, right? So I'll use the same thing. This dot element ref dot native element dot, like previously we have added the style, right? Now I'll use the one more property called like add class list. Sorry, class list. Class list dot add. So here I am going to define the some class names. For example, already like we have added the bootstrap to our Angular application, right? So I'll just use some bootstrap class like BG success. BG success means like a background color success. So by default, like the bootstrap will be having this class name. So that's why like I'm using this class name. If you want, we can create our own class and we can use it. So now I'll take this custom directive name. Now I want to apply this to the table data. So we have defined the table data in the common grid component, right? So I want to apply for this particular row, this tier, this particular row. I just want to apply for the entire table data, not for the table header. So I'll use this custom directive here. Now we can see like the, so this entire table, like its background color got green. Now I want to make this I mean text as a white. So for that, like I'll add one more class. So where is this one? Product directive.ts, right? So here I have, here I have taken this, property as a class list, right? So in the native element, like we'll be having the lot of properties, guys. Previously, like we have seen the style.color. So this is the class list. Like we have the so many properties. Once if you go to the documentation law, you can find the different properties on the, element ref.native element. So based on our requirement or based on our scenario, like we'll be using the different properties. Now uh, I want to add one more, like I'll take it as a text white. Guys, these are predefined classes in the Bootstrap. That's why like we are not going to write any CSS for this. So we are already added the Bootstrap to our Angular application. That's why it is directly applying. So now we can see like, so the text got changed. For example, now I want to create our own class. For example, I'll take one more thing. Product hyphens. I'll give it as a size. I just want to change its font size. So, now I'm going to define this in the global styles. Dot product dot size. I'll give its font size as 20 pixels. I think is it applied? Let me check whether it is applied or not. Or like we'll give the we'll decrease the size. I'll give it as 8 pixels. No, there is no change. I think I have not saved this directive. Yes. Or I'll use this one only, predefined one. Not predefined one, like I'll try to use this one, product info. Yeah, now it got changed. I don't know. Maybe it might be because of cache, or let me use this style.css.
Plus name was different.
Sorry.
Plus name was spelling product.
Product size.
No, sir, you
Yes,
can
yes.
copy paste the product size directly. Like maybe the yeah.
You was missing.
Okay, okay. Yeah, it works. So like it might be because of the spelling mistake. So now, okay, this is fine. Now my next requirement was like, no, so I want to add the separate background color to this designation only. I don't want the like all the columns should be with the same color, but I want to make this as a some warning color or some other bootstrap classes. So how can we do this one? I want to make this one. So we can do with the help of this custom directive. So for that, like we need to currently, like here I am hard coding the class names like bg success, text white, and the product size, right? So now I want to get the those class names as a dynamically. So if I want to get the dynamical elements, like I need to use the one more property called like attribute. So with the help of the attribute, we can do it. So now once if I import here, like I should be adding in the constructor also. For example, I'll take uh, attribute. So in the attribute now, so we are going to get the dynamic class name from this particular custom directive, right? So that's why I'll take it as this name, and I need to provide the one class name here, like so I'll take it as a my class, and its type as a string. So, guys, I'll repeat once again. My requirement was like I want to add the separate background color to this particular column. I mean designation column. So for that, what I want was like here I am defining this the app product for the entire table row, right? But I want to make the different color for the one column. So let me go to this common grid. So common grid.html, like I'm using the this app product for the entire tier, but now for this employee designation I want to pass the some dynamic dynamic styles. I want to add the dynamic color. So for now what I will do was like I'll use the app product equals to, so here I want to use the, for example, bz info background info. I want to use this particular class. So once if I assign like this particular, particular to this table data, so app product equals to bg info, right? Now I want to get this class name. Now I want to get this class name to this uh, custom directives component. So if I want to get this class name to the custom directives component, no, so we'll be doing with the help of the attribute, attribute interface. So inside this attribute, no, so this attribute like it is going to check like from which directive like I am getting the class name. So at the rate attribute app product, and so I am assigning that bg info, right, in the html, right? I want to store that bg info to the some variable, so that's why I have given as a my class here. So now I will apply this my class here. Now what I'll do is like I'll give my class here, my class r. I'll define this in the constructor because like I can be able to access only this in the constructor. Uh, so what happens was like whenever if I provide this class to the particular TD, right? So it will checks whether this particular my class has the value. So if the value is there, means like it will apply that particular class. Else like it will apply the BG success. That's why like I have used the R operator here. Now we will go on with it. It was not applied. Why? So we have not saved this file. See now we can see like this particular column was updated because like I have given dynamic value, a dynamic class here. So we are doing this by with the help of the attribute interface. For example, now I'll change this to warning. So we can give the multiple classes like this. So this is the advantage of using the custom directive. So we'll be writing the conditional classes. For example, now I'll go to the employee department. I'll give it here as a busy danger. Now we can see like I have for this way I have given as a busy warning, right? So this color got changed, and for employee department I have given as a busy warning. So this way we can pass the dynamic classes, and we can apply the dynamic styles to the table, like not only table, like for example some scenarios what happens was whenever if I enter some name here, name, and for example employee ID as 102, so I just want to apply the style to the only this particular employee, like whose employee ID is 102. Once, for example, once we click on the submit, I should change this particular color. So in the real times, like we are going to have these kind of scenarios. So I mean, if I want to, I mean, for example, if I want to do the same thing, means like I need to use the few Angular lifecycle looks called like, I mean, ng on changes. So like I'll show you like how to do. So once we enter some content, based on that content, like this style should be changed. So in the further classes, like while discussing about the Angular lifecycle looks, this is all about the custom directives. Okay, this is the, I mean, one example where I have used the custom directives. So in other places also, like we can use for if you want to make some validations kind of thing. So we'll be using with the forms also. And if you want to create some utility kind of thing, utility means, for example, I want to reuse that, and for example, I am getting the some content from the backend, so I just want to take that content and I want to make it, I mean, this has a one PDF file, I want to convert it to a PDF file, or if I want to download some files, so we can do those things with the help of the custom directives, guys. So in the similar way, like we can create the, I mean, multiple custom directives. Like it'll be like we'll be taking in the real time. We'll be having the one folder called shared folder. So inside that, like we'll be having the all the custom directives and the custom pipes, and so we'll be using those in the across the multiple modules or the multiple components. That's all about the custom directives, guys. Tomorrow also, like I'll take the class, like because like I mean yesterday, like I mean I'm unable to take it due to some other reasons.